Hello. Today in this episode of Ask Me Anything, we will be talking on why is the B-2 stealth bomber so expensive, and for what exactly is it used. But before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. According to Cameron Beck, experienced commercial pilot, the exotic B-2 stealth bomber is essentially a handmade bomber. Thousands of hours of highly skilled labor went into every inch of this remarkable airplane. I'm sure there are other Koreans here who can detail the B-2's construction and cost, which is actually $2 billion a bomber. Among reasons the plane cost so much is that halfway through its design, its mission changed radically, from a high altitude mission profile to a low level one. This added billions to the program's cost, and 2 years to its development. $23 billion was secretly spent on the B-2, while it was still a black program. Black means it supposedly didn't exist. And that brings us to the last part of your question. For what exactly is it used? You are asking exactly the right question. The B-2 was designed during the Cold War. Its mission was to attack the Soviet Union. But here is where things get, well, a little ridiculous, not a rare condition in military matters. The B-2's job was to penetrate Soviet air defense using its stealth technology. Fine. I'm sure it could do that with flying colors. Once inside the USSR, its mission was to hunt for mobile missile launchers and other high-value targets, whatever those might be. Track down mobile missile launchers? Come on. We couldn't find Saddam Hussein's Scud mobile launchers in the wide-open Iraqi desert. Night after night he launched them against Israel with impunity. Yet now the B-2 was expected to prowl the dense Russian taiga and uncover Soviet launchers? How? This mission made little sense. What about fuel? Jet aircraft flying at low altitude burn immense amounts of fuel, and yet the B-2 was expected to fly about unrefueled. I guess the crew was essentially on a high-tech kamikaze mission. They had to know they were expendable. If the B-2 was going in, nuclear war had broke out. Land-based and sea-based ICBMs would be raining megatonnage down on the USSR. And the B-2 was supposed to fly around at low level with all this falling around it? Oh, say, Colonel, there's a mushroom cloud over there. I think we should hang a hard right. The Air Force desperately wanted this revolutionary new bomber, and they wanted 132 of them. But, faced with the controversial program's stratospheric cost and a collapsed Soviet Union, Congress whittled the procurement down to 21, of which 19 are still flying. As luck would have it, the B-2 took to the air just as the Cold War was ending. The USSR was kaputsky, gone. The B-2 was out of a job. But the Air Force did not want their $2 billion boondoggles to become hangar queens. Each bomber has luxurious, climate-controlled hangars, so they started flying stunt missions. These stunt missions, my term, consisted of taking off from home base, Whiteman AFB in Missouri, and flying non-stop with multiple refuelings to drop a load of bombs on Iraq, their contribution to the Iraq War. These missions took 24 hours with the bomber airborne all the way. Very long missions. What provisions were made for a tired pilot? None. That's right. There's no bunk on the boondoggle. The pilots have to haul a lawn chair along to take a nap. $2 billion, and not $1 for crew comfort. It's preposterous. I would so love to have a chat with one of the boondoggles designers and listen their preposterous excuses. It gets worse, much worse. The B-2's extremely stealthy skin is extremely sensitive. It gets sunburned easily, which is why the bomber cannot sit out on the ramp like a normal Air Force plane. And after a mission, for each hour the B-2 flies, it needs 129 hours of maintenance. Do the math for a 24-hour stunt mission. The plane comes home with its skin in tatters, figuratively speaking, and its flight surfaces are essentially handmade all over again. I must end with this question. What kind of society spends $2 billion on a useless bomber when that society has so many other pressing non-military needs? What society indeed? Photo. $2 billion of wrecked B-2. The bomber was attempting to take off from Guam when its computers got, well, a tad confused. The crew ejected safely. Have you ever seen $2 billion destroyed? If not, you can see this image. Did you enjoy this episode? Make sure to leave a like, share and subscribe. Okay, bye, see you next time.